Hi Virgo, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-September 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as over in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is we look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we pull some more cards as well for some additional insight. After the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so hunker me your friends, and the cards on the left is your energy, and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is Cancer energy here, and to me this says that for a lot of you, you might have felt yourselves really drawn to this person, but I feel like this is saying that you might have just kept things at more of a friendship level in the past. So could have been one of those things where the feelings were there, but you weren't outwardly expressing them. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Six of Wands. Leo energy here, and to me this says that they really enjoyed your company. So the time that the two of you did spend together, I feel like this is saying that it really meant a lot to them. And I will say I do see the caged bird there, and if we think of birds as representing communication, it could just be saying that what I was picking up on from your energy in the past, which is to say that you might have had the feelings for them, but just didn't outright express them. To me, this says that they might have been a little bit more forthcoming with their expression of the feelings, but again, I feel like they might have been a little bit careful to not cross that line too. So it looks like in the past, the two of you had the feelings for each other, but maybe weren't too direct about them. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Five of Staves. So this is actually Leo energy again here, and to me, what this could just be saying is, I feel like the energy I'm getting from this is a botched attempt, right? So if we look at the facial expressions there, we see the two masculine energies look like they're smiling a bit, and then we see the feminine energy looks pretty serious. So it could just be one of those things where maybe you might try to joke around with them, right, in an effort to flirt, but it just might not come out at all how you expected, or it could just be one of those things where they might take it the wrong way, things along those lines. So this looks like something to watch out for there in the present. All right, present energy on their side, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy here, and it could just be saying that at least in the present, it could just be one of those things where maybe they're just in a more serious frame of mind. They might have more of a focus on their finances, to where, even if you come across with a light, playful mood, they just might be in a different energy at this time, to where they might not pick up on it in the way you intend. All right, future energy on your side, we have Fortune. So this is Jupiter energy here. And to me, this could just be saying that you might actually get some guidance on how best to approach this situation with this person in the future. And it could just come through to you maybe with music, right? Given that we see the musical instrument there, or even just in dreams or signs and synchronicities. Because if we look at the figure there, it looks like they're not physically in a room with her. So it could just be one of those things where you might just be getting these signs from spirit that might nudge you in the right direction as far as what to do with the connection. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So interestingly, you guys have it in the present on your side. We see it in the future on their side. Now there is different artwork here, right? The energy I get with this particular deck for the Five of Wands is they might get in their own way in some ways, because if we look, we see the flowers behind their pack, which to me represents them wanting to extend an offer for something more serious with someone, right? But it's behind their back. They're not being forthright about it. And then we see the multiple feminine figures there. So it could just be one of those things where you might see them as maybe flirtatious, right? You might wonder if you could take them seriously or not. And I feel like this is saying that beneath it all, they would like something more serious. But again, like we said, it looks like, just like we were talking about on both your sides in the past, there's a lack of being forthright about that desire. So in some ways, it looks like you guys are both coming across with that same energy, and of course, that's just not helping move the connection forward. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Four of Coins. So this is a Capricorn energy here, and interestingly enough, we do have Pluto back in the final 10 degrees of Capricorn, which is what this card represents. So it just be one of those things where this might be a theme that you guys have been going through for a long time with this person, and now with Pluto back in that degree of Capricorn, maybe it's coming back to the surface for you guys again. But what stands out to me here is seeing, just like we see with the Fortune energy in the future, this is another figure that looks like they're not physically in a room with her. So it could just be one of those things where you might find yourselves thinking about this person often, right? And maybe this is even pointing to you ways you might try to distract yourselves, right? So maybe you focus more on work, things along those lines there, but you might find that you still think of this person, and maybe this is saying the fortune card will reveal a reason for that, right? Like maybe you're meant to reach out to this person, or maybe there's something at the very least you meant to learn from the situation. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ten of Cups. So yeah, to me this is that in some ways they might actually be very loving, but if we look at the artwork here, right, we see the person playing the flute and a bunch of cats around them. So it could just be one of those things where it could just be saying they might be very loving, but they just might struggle with expressing it to other people, right? So they just might be someone who feels more comfortable around animals, right? Because there's not that pressure there to communicate feelings, things along those lines. So let's say, for example, if he's really trying to play the flute to get her attention up there, which to be fair looks like it's working, but also really getting the attention of all those cats as well, right? So it could just be one of those things where they just might have more of a comfort level connecting with animals. So you might see that energy from them and realize, like, okay, deep down, this person seems like they're loving. So why aren't they that way toward me? And that could be primarily what it is. They could just struggle with the communication around it. So that's what I see with that. All right, but we'll see what the oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the messages of oracle card deck here. Just gonna shuffle this a bit, and if we get a jumper, we'll take it. But if not, I'll put the deck down, and we'll actually pull a card that way. Almost have one there. All right, so what I'll do is I'll put the deck down, and we'll actually just cut the deck and pull a card that way. Okay, we'll take this one. Let me get this out of the way. And next what we'll do is we'll do a similar thing with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Just going to pull a single card from this one as well. And then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. All right, so I'll put the deck down. And same thing we did with the other, we'll cut the deck and pull a card that way. All right, we'll take this. Let me get this out of the way. And we'll look at the messages of card first. All right, we have friendship. It says this friendship is leading to more. So yeah, definitely fitting as far as I was talking about in the past energy. I was seeing that maybe you guys were just more friends, and the struggle was really to express the feelings to want to do something more than just keep it at a friendship level, right? So you could just be saying that as the course, if you stay the course, it'll just gradually keep moving in that direction, and maybe the fortune would be more around maybe giving you hints as to how best to communicate those feelings, right? Things along those lines. But let's see what the Wisdom of the Oracle adds to the mix. All right, we have Go to Distance. So there's the artwork, and the number is 47, and we'll see what this has to say. Seems very promising. All right, the relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So interesting there when it said the symphony of love, right? Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? That takes me back to what I was saying with the future card. You guys have fortune in the future ever and seeing the instrument there. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where maybe you guys are going to hear some song or something that's going to give you just the right guidance you need on how to approach the connection. So definitely be on the lookout for that, especially given that we have that full moon eclipse coming up in Pisces, which could bring a lot of dreamy musical type energies to the forefront as well. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy birthday. We'll wrap up there and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.